Hello, and today we're changing out a taillight on a 2008 Trailblazer Chevrolet. For a little bit different content than what I'm usually doing. Well, I guess I do work on this Chevy in particular, but I do have a surprise later on what I will be working on next for the channel here. Kind of reviving the channel. It's been a while since I posted anything, but I finally got a break from all the work I've been doing where I work at. Anyway, so we're changing out this taillight. Let's get started. We got a busted out taillight. You know, typical Trailblazer stuff. I backed into that truck over there. That's my buddy's. And I actually busted the bumper, but that's not going to be fixed. But this will be. So this is what we need to do. There are 2 Phillips screws that have to be removed. And of course you need your replacement tail light. And I'm doing all this one-handed. So I think we know how to take screws out, so I'm going to skip this part. Once the screws are removed, it should just pop right out like that. It might be a little bit harder for some. Okay. This clip here, I want to push this tab down and pull. And voila, success. Now, this one doesn't have any bulbs in it. So, in order to change out these, you got to take the assembly inside apart. And I don't know why, but this is different screws in each one. So let me go get some tools to take these apart, and I'll show you that step. And I'm back. I've removed all these screws that, you know, got them loose. Now I just pull all these screws out. Take it like so. You can pop these bulbs out and put them in the other one, or you can just take it and just swap them. They're the same. They should be. The only thing not different with my setup here is someone put wrong screws inside of these lenses for some reason. Like really long ones. I don't know who did that. But see. I mean, this is good too on my setup. They're just spares with a spider. Anyway, but you can just take your old one and make sure it's still oriented right, which it's hard to get that wrong because the tabs will line up only one way. And just plop it in there, tighten your screws, and then put your harness back on. Pop it back in, and then put your screws in. Just like that, voila, we got a new taillight in there. And, you know, it looks better than that busted up piece of garbage that I just took off. And, now it looks like a street legal vehicle again. So, I did need a Torx bit to get that inner tail light assembly out. I don't know if that is, I think that was actually the factory screws. The long weird ones were not factory, so you may not run into those. Probably, more than likely, we'll run into Torx bit. I don't know what size though. I just went through them all until I found the right size. Now, I said I had a surprise for the channel of what I'll be working on. I believe I said that earlier previously. And if I can insert a photo now, this is what I'm working on. That's right, a Chevrolet 1994 Silverado. And she's a little rough, but the only dent in it's right here, kind of caved in. And there's a rocker on the passenger side rotted, but not bad. But a rebuilt 350, which I'm putting back together because it was just put in the truck and not finished really. So I'm finishing it. Right now we've got a chrome brush guard, and that was on the truck when I got it. And then of course you probably seen the roll bars and all, which I added, and I actually built this section of roll bar that was missing. I had this in another truck and I pulled it out to put in this truck, and I sold the other truck. So yeah, she's gonna be pretty. So hopefully we can get this running and driving. It's 4-wheel drive and V8 goodness. So let's work on that.